And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road today. As we are, we are here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on show number 2000. You see on the screen, 194 on this Wednesday. It's Hump Day, church night, for those of us who go. And if you don't go, you should be going. So it's a good place to be on a Wednesday nights in the house of the Lord. Anyway, we're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. We were not here Monday, as we know. I hope you know if you saw the show that we had a dead battery. So make sure tomorrow night, another good point, make sure you got your battery in tip top shape. Tomorrow night's going to be down, coldest night of the year, going to be down around 12, 13 degrees tomorrow night here in the Tri Cities. So make sure your battery's in tip top shape. Ours was not, or mine was not, so it is now, but it wasn't then. So anyway, that's why we were not here Wednesday. I'm sorry, Monday. We're here today, Wednesday. Birthdays today. Wink Martindale having a birthday, 91. Jethro Bodine from the Beverly Hillbillies. Max Baer in real life, 87 today. Really good actor, I think. Jeff Bridges having a birthday, 75 today. And let's see, Jelly Roll. If you're a fan of Jelly Roll, he's having a birthday today. He's 40. Those are the birthdays again on this Wednesday, December the 4th. You've got Double C Western Supply with all their Montana Silversmith jewelry 20% off today. They'll have a new sale tomorrow, but yesterday and today, 20% off all the jewelry, Montana Silversmith jewelry at Double C Western Supply for the holidays. National Anthem time, here we go. Who's going to do it? I think it's time for the Kingdom Heirs to do it from Dollywood, the official Southern Gospel group of Dollywood. And I think they want to step up as soon as I find it and sing the National Anthem. I just had it. What did I do with it? Oh, it's up here. My bad. It's right here. Here are the Kingdom Heirs. We'll take a look at the college football playoff. Tommy's here. Tommy Tipton, owner of Chick-fil-A. He's here with us. And so all that coming up, we got lots to cover. The college football playoff will come out of the chute. Talk about that. Talk about Chick-fil-A. Yeah, we're here at Chick-fil-A where today be a great day for chicken noodle soup or chicken tortilla soup, something to warm up the pipes. Again, tomorrow night going to be a record low. They're saying tomorrow night down around 12. So don't do what I did Monday morning. You know, on Sunday, when I left church, I turned and went, brr, brr, and I thought, I'll take care of it Monday afternoon. Nope. Monday morning, deader than a hammer. Got a new battery, thanks to Toyotech in Johnson City, and we're now off and running, and so we're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton here on this Wednesday. All right, here we go, Kingdom Heirs, and we'll talk to the man himself, the owner of said establishment. Love promoting Chick-fil-A here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
One, two. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright starlight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At Chick-fil-A Caraway Village, we always look forward to seeing Ellie. Nick also.
Ellie just gets excited and bolts right towards them.
She loves to come and get the bag and trots right back to Nick.
We never even had to ask them to hand her the bag. The team members just automatically knew to do it. It was just that little thing, that level of customer service that kind of blew my mind.
We're just really glad that Nick shared Ellie with us. We take care of our guests, whether they're two-legged or four-legged.
Look here. Look who showed up. The bearded one. T to the fourth power. Isn't that what we call each other?
That's right. You
Yeah.
put us together.
Ford it did. TTTT. Boom. Where's the bell?
That's right.
All right. How you feeling, sir? Good?
Recovering.
Ready
It's
yet?
been 2 weeks.
Been 2 weeks.
So
Yeah, he's had a little spill.
I'm going to let Justin Smith and maybe some of the folks at Physical Therapy Services start working on it next week to
There you go.
get it back in order.
Get
So
you back in order.
left
So,
shoulder rotator cuff bicep surgery.
Stop. It just sounds
Nothing,
painful.
nothing but fun.
Sounds painful. Ugh. So
Nothing but fun.
anyway, he's okay. He's tougher than a pine knot. He's a TT guy. Us TT guys are tough. Yeah, we wear beards. One of us has long hair. One of them runs a really good restaurant here at Chick-fil-A. So we're gonna we'll get into college football playoffs. I want to hit this right here. Let's go ahead and record one. I want to make a commercial. Here we go. We're talking about Christmas. Let me hit this magic button. Talking to our great friend and great sponsor, of course, the Tom Bailey Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Chick-fil-A and Elizabeth and Tommy Tipton. Christmas is here. How can you help folks Christmas giving and catering and trays? And tell us what all you can do for us.
Well, the first thing is gift cards. People love gift cards,
Mhm.
so come get your gift cards. We've got enough to go around. If you want multiple gift cards, please come inside. We don't want to do those in the drive-thru. We can do one in the drive-thru too, but not multiple. Also, nugget trays, strip trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, brownie trays. A lot of people don't know about our brownies. They're incredible. We don't sell as many of those as cookies, but I think cookies are the way to go for a lot of folks. But we have salad trays, so everybody's gonna have parties. So come get your trays and make everybody happy wherever you show up.
And the world famous mac and cheese tray.
Mac and cheese tray, yeah.
Oh,
Don't let me
yes.
forget that.
Yep. Phone number to call, by the way, is 297-1266 is the number to call.
Download the app as well. Go to chickfil-a.com/Elizabethton. Really easy to do your ordering online. It makes it so much easier for us. We know exactly what's going on. The computer tells us what time it'll pop up when it's time to get ready and all that good stuff. So we'd be grateful for you to do that as well.
Christmas shopping is not it's just that easy. It can't be any easier than what you do right here at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth. One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Chick-fil-A and Elizabethton. Boom. It's made us a commercial.
Just like that.
Oh, it's like magic. So been coming over here. Gosh, how long have I been? I guess
6 years.
6 years. Every bit of it. 6 years. Love it. So, all right. Let's talk, you and our big baseball guys. Let's talk baseball for a second. Juan Soto, $700 million. Said he'll make a decision at the end of this week. Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Red Sox. On the outside, I think looking into the Blue Jays. But, $700 million. The Yankees say he'll come back to them. The Red Sox said we want him, and they've even promised to go get some more players to put around him as a supporting cast. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. I mean, so if you were a betting man, where do you think he'll end up? He's going to get the money. I don't think the money's the issue. I think, and I don't know this guy, obviously, I think what's at stake here is that can he get him a ring? I think that's what he wants. That's all I was doing.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, do you play for the money or do you play to win? Do you play for the World Series championship? I mean, these guys are loaded, absolutely loaded with cash.
Yep.
And they've got anything and everything they want. They don't even pay for meals, from a day-to-day basis. The clubhouse, they go to the clubhouse to eat. I mean, they really spend their money on frugal stuff, whatever they want, know. So with that said, if you're a true baseball guy, it's about winning. You got to go to win. And the Yankees would have given the Dodgers a better series if they could play defense. So a couple of errors here or there in a few games cost them the World Series. So why would you leave the Yankees? That's my guess. The Mets are good. They've got a good team. They throw him on there, they'd be, it definitely move them up a notch.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think he stays with the Yankees, but these guys they're wired a little different than we are.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, and he said this, that's why you're playing. At the end of the day, you want a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Freeman said it. He got one again. All these guys, got rings. That's what they're there for. That's what they want. And so Juan Soto, you can put all the guys around you want to, but can you give him the best opportunity to win a World Series championship? I think that's what he's looking for, and I think that will make the final decision. The money's the money. Look, the guy's making $600-700 million. I'm not in that position, but I would think at some point, when is too much? What do you do with $700 million? So I'm not sure it's always the money. It sounds good. I think that's probably more of an ego thing to say I'm the highest paid player. But at the end of the day, they want one of these. They want a ring. They want to say we're world champs. So we'll see.
That's right.
Juan Soto, he has said he will make the decision by the end of the week before they start the winter meetings. So once that starts, once he makes his decision, then you see all these movements. It's like the domino effect of all these teams going after all these free agents. I know suddenly Walker Buehler's now a big hit. The guy that came off of Tommy John surgery with the Dodgers. Corbin Burns is a big hit. You and I go back. We've talked baseball all the time. Key to this whole thing's pitching, is it not?
That's the bottom line.
Yeah. That's just the way
That
it is.
is the bottom line.
That's the
There's
bottom
no,
line.
if you can't pitch, you're not going to outscore people.
Yeah.
You win baseball games with 3 runs. That's the way you win baseball games.
The old adage, good pitching stops good hitting, and that's exactly what you look at. It's what you see. So,
Yep.
Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Hello, Carl Wilson. Hello to Pete Welch. Hello to Amy Whitson. Hello, dear. How you doing? Amy, I don't care where I'm at, what I'm doing. Amy Whitson's watching. Amy Whitson's awesome. John's awesome. Arnold Lane's awesome. He's going to trims my beard. Do you trim your own beard? Do you have somebody trim it?
I do it.
You do it?
Yeah.
I'll let Arnold do mine up at the barbershop. And so him and John, they're good peeps. College football playoff. Here we go. This has become a political hot potato, hasn't it?
I had a thought a couple Saturdays ago.
Mhm.
They did this to beat the SEC. They can't beat the SEC.
They can't beat them. No. Great point.
It doesn't matter if it's football or basketball.
They created a 12-team playoff because they got tired of hearing about the SEC. At that point, it was Saban and Alabama. Now it's Georgia and Kirby Smart. You've had consistently Ohio State, Clemson in there over the last couple of years. Yeah, they got tired of the SEC. We're going to create something where they can't get in. Well, yesterday's polls, top 10 this week in college football, 4 out of the top 10 are SEC teams.
And I think they left South Carolina out.
Yeah, and they've earned it.
They've got their resumes as good as or better
Absolutely.
than Alabama's.
Absolutely. So here is the college football rankings from last night. You have Oregon at number 1. They'll play Penn State for the Big Ten championship on Saturday. Does Penn State have anything for them? Or are they the real deal?
I think it'll be a good game, but at this point, it doesn't matter.
No.
I don't think either one will move out of the top 4 if they lose. Or one of them is going to lose, obviously, but they won't move out of the top 4.
I don't think any of these teams lose these big games Saturday are going to be penalized for losing. Georgia, Texas, the SEC. You've got Iowa State and Arizona State in the Big 12.
Weak.
Yes, very weak. We mentioned the Big 10. Who am I leaving off? We're leaving off Clemson and SMU.
Weak.
In the ACC.
Yeah. They couldn't play in the SEC.
No.
Those 2 teams. Those 4 teams couldn't play.
No. I would have to agree. SEC is the best conference. The only cream puff you got this year, and they're really not a cream puff, they pushed everybody. They didn't do well. Mississippi State were in most of the ball games. They got blown out a couple of times. Kentucky was hot and cold. I guess those would be the 2 weak links.
Yeah.
You can't say Vanderbilt's a weak link anymore. They played some pretty
They
good
played
football.
tough. Their record doesn't show it. They played great football.
Yeah. So Oregon number 1. Number 2 is Texas. Projected number 3 seed is SMU. This is all projected. The number 4 seed is Boise State, overrated. They have a chance to prove themselves Friday night against UNLV in their conference championship. Then you have Penn State at number 5, overrated.
I hadn't watched Penn State this year, but he's always had a good program.
But his only
But
game.
he's on the weak side.
Yeah.
His strength of schedule is not very good.
No.
I did look at that last weekend.
Well, and what they're all saying, and they're true to a point. All these coaches say, look, we only play what the computer spits out and tells us to play. That's who we got to play. So, Penn State got a weak schedule out of the Big Ten this year. They're at the number 5 seed. Notre Dame at number 6. Georgia at number 7. Ohio State at number 8. Tennessee at number 9. Number 10 is Indiana. Number 11 is Alabama. And number 12 is Arizona State. South Carolina got left out.
I think so.
Yep, that's what they've said here. And again, the final one, which counts, will be coming out on is it Sunday, Saturday,
Sunday night, right?
Sunday night will be the playoffs.
I think, yeah.
So,
After all the conference championships have been
Yep.
played.
The biggest game of the year, forget all these other teams, they're all nothing. The team that really matters is the Marshall Thundering Herd. We're playing for the Sun Belt Championship Saturday.
Come on.
Go Herd. Forget Georgia.
Yeah.
Forget all these other. That's my alma mater.
That's
So
right.
Go Herd. We're playing the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns.
Raging Cajuns.
For the Sun Belt Championship. That's really on this show. The only game that matters is the Thundering Herd.
But that
So-
won't get them in the playoffs.
no. I'm just happy because we're not 3-12 or whatever we normally are. We're having
Yeah,
a pretty good year. We're 9-3. So Tennessee get a home game out of all this.
You would think they would, but they're going to pick on the SEC. They're going to make it hard for them.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
They love Ohio State.
Yeah,
You know, they loved Michigan last year.
you're right.
Michigan did have a great team. They won it, but they're tired of the SEC. All these other and where's the home office for the NCAA? I think it's in Indianapolis, isn't it?
It is
So there you go, Big Ten country.
Big Ten country. Absolutely, but they can't. I mean, here's what I think's going to happen. I've said this all fall. I still say, and I think you're seeing it shaping up. The Big Ten and the SEC are going to break away. We'll have our power conference and say, "See you boys later. We're going to do what we want to do." And they can do it. They got the media rights. They got the money. They got the leverage to go and form their own super conference. So will they do it? I don't know. But yeah, I'm with you 100%. They've created this whole playoff format because they're tired of hearing. At that point, it was Alabama and Nick Saban. They got tired of hearing about him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we're going to create a broader-based playoff. Maybe somebody else can win the national championship. I'm going to go on record and say right now, the national champion will come this year out of the SEC again. Texas or Georgia.
Texas or Georgia will win it.
Yeah, I
In
mean,
my opinion, I'd like to see Tennessee win it, obviously, but I think it'll be Texas or
Yeah.
Georgia.
we're loaded. The SEC's loaded again, and they can create a 24-team playoff format.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep the SEC out. We're the best in the biz.
No,
And look at South Carolina. Then you look down there, Ole Miss, they're 9-3. South Carolina's 9-3. Miami says we're getting ripped. We're 10-2, and Alabama's 9-3, and they picked us. They didn't pick Miami this week. Well, strength of schedule. Who'd you play? Isn't that what it comes
they just
back
got beat by
there?
Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You shouldn't have lost that game
No,
last
that's
week.
what I'm
It's like
saying.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss shouldn't have lost last week
On this show, I'll go back every time we talk about good teams,
or
bad
2 weeks
teams.
ago. Yeah,
Who have you played? Strength of schedule. If you played a bunch of cream puffs and you're 12-0, okay. If you're 9-3, you've come through the SEC. To me, it carries more weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
oh yeah, for sure.
we have on the menu board. I know you get back to running the store, and I love coming over here. This is my buddy. We go back 6 years cranking it out. By the way, if you've not been to the John Treadway Gymnasium, the scores table, that looks really sharp. That Chick-fil-A, that looks
That's
smoking.
the bird box right there.
Oh, I love it. Love it. It's really cool. And so he is sponsored the scores table at the John Treadway Gym. Looks sharp. Chick-fil-A across the front of it, of course. So the seasonal milkshake is what? What we got right now?
Peppermint chip.
Peppermint.
Oh wow, yeah.
Been going good.
Oh yeah, it's
Rockin'.
delicious. It's really really good.
And you also get the frosted coffee, and that's too far away for me to read that other one. What's the third one over there? Frosted coffee and
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
And then you can also do, which it's not on the menu, but we can do it, is frosted soft drinks. We added, since we open, we added root beer to the menu. So come get you a spun root beer with our ice cream.
Like an old root beer shake.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Just like the frosted lemonade, or you can do Dr. Pepper's good, root beer's good.
I love root beer.
High C's good, fruit punch.
So you can come
Coke,
in.
obviously Coke's good, like a Coke float.
So when we order, we just ask for a root beer float.
Spun, yeah, spun.
Spun.
It's
That's
spun,
the key word.
Yeah, just like the frosted lemonade, you can say frosted Coke or frosted root beer.
Oh,
or
we'll get
whatever.
one tonight before church. Frosted root beer.
Yeah,
I'll report back.
it might,
I love root
might
beer.
change your life.
Oh, set me free. Make a bulldog break his chain.
That's right.
A
That's right.
spun root beer.
Yeah,
So they'll know what I'm talking about tonight,
Oh, yeah.
folks. So
yeah. And they
As-
should.
yeah, they
It's
will.
kind of a secret menu item, but it's
Yeah, they will.
It's known as well.
He's got some great kids working, or young people working here.
Yeah,
Always looking for more, right?
that's right.
Yeah, always looking for more. It is. I think it's cool. They're outside working the drive-through right now. It's colder than whiz, but they've got those big propane heaters out to keep them warm, right?
We got heaters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
If
yeah.
it gets too cold, we bring them in for sure.
Yep. So
we rotate them in and out. So
yeah, it's good stuff.
try to make it go quick.
Oh, come on through now. Remember the gift cards. If you get more than one or two, for the courtesy of everybody behind you, because you got to activate the cards, come inside and get them. What's the most you've sold so far as numbers? Because I think you told me a couple weeks ago you sold, somebody came in and got 25.
25 or 30, yeah. that's what I
25 or
was
30,
thinking,
yeah. And you get them for any $5 up to whatever.
Up to whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Good stuff. So tomorrow night's supposed to be a record cold night. So Friday morning, chicken noodle soup, chicken tortilla soup in here would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. I've said many times the only chicken noodle soup's better than Chick-fil-A's was my late grandmother's. God rest her soul. So you can make it.
And
Chick-fil-A's right
and
there.
this recipe was Truett's mom's recipe.
Oh, was it
chicken noodle
really?
soup. So yeah.
I didn't know that.
So all these recipes that we have, when we had coleslaw, we had chicken salad, we had homemade lemon meringue pie back in the day. Those were all Truett Kathy's mom's recipes that she used at the boarding house that she used to feed the family when she ran the rooms.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, great stories there.
It's a great story. If you can get the book, I don't know where you can get the book, the Truett Cathy story.
Amazon, I would say. Yeah,
It's a great read.
yeah.
I read through it 2 or 3 times in the last 4 or 5 years. Great read about how Truett started this. What's the motto? You used to have the motto up on the wall. What's the motto?
Our corporate purpose
Mm.
to glorify God by being the faithful steward and become a positive influence on all we come in contact with.
There you go.
So
Awesome.
that's the deal.
It is
That's
the
what we're
deal.
supposed to do every day, no
Yep.
matter if you're here or there, wherever.
And you do it.
Try to.
And you do it well.
Try to.
I think the world of this young man. So go back and run your restaurant. I'm going to flip this thing right here, take a break. We'll be right back. Let's
Eat more chicken.
eat more chicken. Let me show you this right here. This is a really cool. We're going to get Molly get me the Evergreen Hills, which is the new little, I don't know what you call it, vignette. But this is the one from last year that never goes old. This is the Time Shop from last year. This is awesome. They're timely. They never go. I play this all year long, but or do I play the Spark? Let's play Time Shop. This is a good one. Coming up next, college basketball on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, it's snowing.
Right. Okay.
Let's make a snowman.
Can't now, honey.
Okay.
Dad,
Sorry, kiddo.
want to make a snowman? I can't see. Hey, what is this place?
Welcome, Sam. You're right on time.
You know me?
Of course. You want to make a snowman, right?
How did you? Hey, what's that?
That's lost time. And then there's time that flies.
Whoa.
Together time. The best kind. It can make memories that last forever.
I wish my family could understand.
Here, sometimes people just need a little reminder.
Sam, where are you?
Time to go, Sam.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Cats took me to a time shop.
What?
Have so many clocks and
I have to go.
cuckoos, lost time and time that flies, and all kinds of time. And here, the kind you give.
What is this? Okay, everybody. There we go.
This is actually really fun, but he's done.
It's an exciting Milligan University basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join coaches Rich Aubrey and Phil Worrell, and yours truly, this Saturday as the Buffs entertain Bryan College at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Ladies' game starts at 2 o'clock, airtime at 1:45. It's a Milligan University basketball doubleheader with the men's game to follow. It all starts at 1:45 this Saturday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Milligan University basketball. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Wednesday, December the 4th, saying happy birthday to Wink Martindale. He's having a birthday today, he is. And Jethro Bodine of the Beverly Hillbillies, 87 today. Max Baer Jr. College basketball last night. Tennessee wore 'em out, beat Syracuse 96-70. The Volunteers still undefeated. They can play. Watched the highlight package last night. That was, wow, those guys can go. Tennessee big win, 96-70 over Syracuse in the SEC-ACC Challenge. Villanova upsetting 14th-ranked Cincinnati 68-60. Texas A&M 22nd-ranked Aggies last night beat Wake Forest by 13. 23rd-ranked Ole Miss beat Louisville by 23 last night. SEC basketball, they getting it done. 21st-ranked Oklahoma with a 15-point win over Georgia Tech. 11th-ranked Wisconsin losing Michigan in the upset, 67-64, beat them by 3. And Clemson knocks Kentucky out of the ranks and unbeaten. Beat the 4th-ranked Wildcats by 4 last night at the SEC-ACC Challenge. Beat them 70-66 in men's college basketball. Tonight got some good ones going on. Who's playing where tonight? Let's see. We start with number 1 Kansas playing at Creighton. Number 2 Auburn is going to be at Duke at 9:15. That's a good one. Number 2 Auburn, number 9 Duke tonight. You've got number 10 Alabama at number 20 North Carolina tonight. That's going to be a good one, to say the least. 15th ranked Baylor at 25th ranked UConn tonight. You have the Florida Gators, 13th in the land, hosting the Virginia Cavaliers. Number 5 Marquette and number 6 Iowa State. Some really good college basketball tonight. 16th ranked Memphis hosting Louisiana Tech. Number 18 Pittsburgh will be at Mississippi State tonight. 12th ranked Oregon at Southern Cal. And 24th ranked San Diego State at Fresno State in men's top 25 college basketball. We're live here at Chick-fil-A on this Wednesday, December the 4th. We thank you for being with us. Coming up top of the hour, he's going to be here. Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball. He'll know where Juan Soto's going. We have a better idea than I will. Hello to Carl Wilson. Hello to Amy Whitson. Who else can we say hello to here? Let's see here. Put this up where I can read it. Be kind of a good thing. Hang on. There you go. All right. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Here's Gabe Short singing White Christmas, Taylor High School Sports. Coming up next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, here's Sounds of the Season from Gabe Short on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Now, if the Drifters were doing this, they'd do it. Oh, well, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May the days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
It's an exciting Milligan University basketball doubleheader. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join coaches Rich Aubrey and Phil Worrell, and yours truly, this Saturday as the Buffs entertain Bryan College at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Ladies' game starts at 2 o'clock, airtime at 1:45. It's a Milligan University basketball doubleheader with a men's game to follow. It all starts at 1:45 this Saturday here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Milligan University basketball. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We have basketball tomorrow night. Lady Cyclone basketball doubleheader, JV and varsity against Sevier County at John Treadway Gymnasium. Last night, an overtime thriller. Westridge wins in OT 72-64 over the Lady Cyclones. The guys go to 5-1. They win last night by, gosh, I looked at that last night. It was 11. Anyway, they won. So Elizabethton red hot right now for the boys' side of things. Let's run down what happened last night in boys' play. Tennessee I beat Boone, blew them out 81-38. Science Hill likewise over Crockett, 72-45. Greenville beat Morristown East boys by 8. Hampton blows out Unaka, beat them by 41 last night. All that again in boys basketball. On the girls' side of things, again, Westridge over the Lady Cyclones in overtime. Daniel Boone beat Tennessee I by 4. Crockett's ladies beat Science Hill 60-44. Double overtime, Volunteers ladies beat the Lady Patriots of Sullivan East 61-55 in double overtime. North Green defeats Cherokee by 17. Morristown East over Greenville's ladies by 14. Hampton's ladies beat Unaka's ladies by 8. Cloudland beat Happy Valley. I don't know if this is a typo or not. Cloudland's ladies beat Happy Valley's ladies 51-8. I don't know if that's a typo or not. That's what I got. So anyway, that's what happened last night in girls and boys high school basketball. Hello to Jonathan Morton. How you doing? Carol Chambers. How you doing? East Tennessee State losing last night. The Bucks have their 4-game winning streak snapped. They lose in Harrisonburg over James Madison. Got them 71-61. The final Bucks now 6-3 on the season. Will play at Wichita State on Saturday. And so that's what's going on there for the Bucks of East Tennessee State. They'll be at Wichita State to battle the Shockers on Saturday. We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this cold. It's going to be colder tomorrow night, cold tomorrow too. Then it's going to warm up. I love it. 50s and even flirting with 60s next week. East Tennessee weather is what I love about it. Never too hot, too cold, for too long. So they're talking 50s and possibly 60s next week for the weather around here, and that's a good thing. But today it's cold, and tomorrow it's going to be even colder. And start moderating, I think, on Friday. I think that's forecast. Let's see, where's the telly? We haven't done the verse today either, so let's do that. Take care of that right now as well. We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Again, our buddy Greg's doing here any minute, talking baseball. Let's see here. All right, let's go back up here and get the verse of the day. Here it is. Yes. Okay. And here it is, yep. The verse today is this. Ecclesiastes 11:5 says, "As you do not know the path of the wind, or how the body is formed in a mother's womb, so you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things." He's always working behind the scenes for you and me, for all of us. Ecclesiastes 11:5 says, "As you do not know the path of the wind," and we don't, "or how the body is formed in a mother's womb," and we don't, so you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things. We don't understand why things happen. I can't tell how many times folks have asked me, why did he let it flood around here? I don't know. He's God. I don't ask. It says, I can ask, but I don't know the answer. It says in Isaiah, "My ways are not your ways." So I don't know why things happen, good or bad. I mean, I'm glad good things happen. I'm sad bad things happen, but I don't know why. So, but there you go. We don't understand the work of God, the maker of all things. So, don't know why. But that's a great verse. We don't know how what's it say? The path of the wind? Don't know that. How the body is formed in the mother's womb? We don't know that. And so you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things. Ecclesiastes 11:5 is the verse of the day. So, that's what's going on there. All right, quick break. Got some baseball to talk about when Greg gets here. So he's running a few minutes late. Traffic is nuts around here now. I don't know what's caused the flood, because the roads are still, some of the interstate bridges are still out. So, and I'll tell you this, here he comes. I went Friday, was it Friday? Yeah. Drove Friday down through Irwin. You can go back down through there now and drive and see. The devastation 2 months after the fact is unbelievable. It just is really unbelievable. Impact Plastics, place that makes all these big coils of plastic piping out what there was outside their building, is washed down the road probably, I don't know, half a mile, and it's stacked. It's all cars still stacked up on top of some of them, each other, with a big X spray painted on them. It really is unbelievable, the devastation 2 months after the fact. So, don't know why he does what happens, but that's a great verse in Ecclesiastes 11:5, no question. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. We'll talk Major League Baseball. He'll know. I don't know where he's going, but he'll know, because he's Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball. He'll know where Juan Soto is going. I can tell you that. We have a pretty good idea. He joins us next on show number 2,194. We're 6 away from 2,200 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Half-off events going on now at Cannon's Furniture. Take half off or more on your new furniture, plus get 0% interest financing. Savings on every bedroom, living room, dining room, every room of your home. Take half off. Going on now at Cannon's Furniture in Elizabeth.
Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, here he is. Show number 2,194, by the way. He's been on most of them, not all of them. He's been on, gosh.
Not most of them, probably, but a lot of them.
Oh, I'd say been on 80% of them, haven't you? No, you've been here once a week.
It's come about like once a week. So.
I'm trying to be nice to the guy.
Yeah, at least probably 20 to
25%.
Yeah, 20, 25% of them.
Once a week for, went back looking, I realized it might be my 10th year.
Wow, has it been that long?
10 years.
Wow.
In February, it'll be 10 years. Started in 2015.
Okay.
Is that not nuts?
That is crazy.
Yep. In my spare bedroom with a clunky camera, 2 clunky headsets, and a computer that was put together with duct tape and rubber bands, thanks to Horace. So, anyway, we're here.
Those headsets
rolling.
were a little heavy, too.
They were headsets, yeah. Felt like 100 pounds, didn't they?
They were a little heavy.
Oh, yeah. Did you see my new sign? I got my new sign.
I did. I saw that.
You like that?
First thing. Yeah.
You like it? Good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Thanks to Carrie. Carrie got me a new sign. Said, got to get rid of the old sign. New sign.
Yeah.
New time. So
the old one was starting to look its age.
Yeah, got beat around a little bit.
Yeah.
Thanks to the sign factory in Johnson City made that sign for me. So
looks good. Really nice.
Good. Thank you, Doug and the folks. Hello, Michael Stafford. Hello to Dustin Honeycutt. We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this cool Wednesday. Again, tomorrow night, record night. As I've said earlier in the week, I'm going to tell you one more time, don't do what I did. Sunday, coming out of church, turned it. I thought, okay, well, after the show Monday, I'm going to go have it checked. Didn't make it to Monday after the show. all night Sunday night, Monday morning. Click, 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 click. That's why I'm here today, because I couldn't get out. I did the show from the studio on Monday, which is okay. I like doing it from there. So that's why we're here, because normally in Johnson City on Wednesdays, but we made Mondays up. And I know you don't care about all this, but is your mother watching?
She's watching.
She's like, Tom, I don't care. Just get on with the show. Okay, Ev, I'm just trying to explain why I'm here.
Just let my son talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not here for you, Tom. I'm only here for my boy talk. So, yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Shut up, Tom. I want to hear Greg. I don't. Only time I watch is when he's on. So just let him talk. Anyway, the reason I'm normally in Johnson City, that's why I'm here today, and we'll be back over there next week, I think. So I think I can't even keep up the schedule, but I got more folks want me to come than I can get to, which is a happy problem to have.
That's a good problem.
Oh yes, so we thank the Lord for that. All right, here we go, Mr. Baseball. Your mother's watching. Hello, Ev. Tom, you're so goofy. So I noticed you didn't bring anything in with you today. So
I did not. No.
The Red Cherry Delight or whatever it is. So it's not here with me today.
Not here today.
Maybe next week. Maybe if I can pander for some more food from your mother. So does she make lasagna?
Yeah, she makes lasagna. Yeah.
Mamma mia. Love me some lasagna, as we call it back home. All right, so here we go. What are we doing with Juan Soto? Here it is, the much anticipated. He said we're going to have it done. We will be done by the end of this week, he says, before the start of the annual meetings. So you're talking, let's see, Ohtani's contract, present day value down to $460 million because of the luxury tax purposes. And so why am I saying that? Because Ohtani's got this one. Soto wants to break the bank. Will he exceed Ohtani's contract? Can he get that kind of money?
So, yes.
Okay.
Now, I don't know that he'll get the $700 million, but of course a lot of that is deferred, and so they're talking about him getting more than everything other than the deferred money, and yeah, he'll definitely get that because most of Ohtani's going to be getting paid probably longer than Bobby Bonilla. Yeah. And we still talk about Bobby Bonilla Day, where he gets his.
Still does.
Yeah, he still gets over $1 million a year.
July 1st.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
The guy's been out of baseball for I don't know how long. Every year he gets $1 million still.
Yeah, it's like 30 years since he's played, or something like that. 20-something years.
What major league team? Who was the last one? The Pirates. Who was with the last one? Who agreed to this deal? Or the agent?
It was the Mets.
Mets.
Who he's getting paid with.
So we're not making it up. Every year he's been out of baseball. Every July 1 gets $1 million. Automatic deposit in his account. Pretty good deal.
That is.
I would hug his every day or every July 1st. I go hug my agent. I'd hug the guy who cut this deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable. So anyway,
Ohtani's is going to be better than that.
Yeah,
it's going to be more than that.
So Soto's talking $600 to $700 million.
Yeah.
So and he'll get it. So where are we at in this thing? The Red Sox say, you come with us, we're going to go get some more players to build around you. The Dodgers say, we already got the team around you to get you a World Series ring, which is what he wants.
Yeah.
The Yankees, a couple of missing pieces here and there. They got a pretty solid club going into next year. Who's the other team? The Blue
Toronto,
Jays.
yeah.
I mean, I don't begin to see or understand that one. But stranger things have happened. So where do you think it's going to go?
So let's talk about the Blue Jays for a second.
All right, we'll start with them first.
Let's start with them. So they've got the money. I mean, and they're willing.
Oh, they do have the money?
Yeah, they got the money and they're willing to spend it. And we're talking. I mean, so Soto, he's still very young. So if you remember, he came up when he was like 19. So he's been around for a while, but he's still really young. And they're talking 12 years maybe for that $600 and something million, maybe $700 million, whatever it is. We're talking 12 years instead of the 10 that Ohtani got. So, I'll be honest, to think of him and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hitting back-to-back in a lineup is just about as scary to me as him and Judge hitting back-to-back in a lineup. And if they're going to do something, they got to do it pretty quickly because Guerrero's a free agent in 2026. So they'll want to do something soon if they're going to do that. If not, if they don't get Soto, they may tie up Guerrero long term, and spend that money there, which wouldn't be a bad idea. But the whole country pulls for the Blue Jays. I mean, Canada, that is. You know, you got a whole country behind you. They're the only major league team in the country. So
I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see Toronto.
I don't. They've got the money. I don't think. I can't see them wanting to go there, but. Anyway, so the Red Sox. Let's talk about them for a minute. The Red Sox are going all in on just about anybody they can, I believe.
Yep.
You know, like the Aroldis Chapman signing, that was pretty good move for them, I think.
Yep.
And you know, so they're showing that they're going to be willing to go out and get the guys that they feel like they need to win. And you know, Tyler O'Neill's probably not coming back with the Red Sox, so they need an outfielder for sure. And Juan Soto would be a pretty big upgrade. So I could see them going out and doing that. They have the money as well, big market team, and they could easily make that move. Now he knows what he could get in New York with the Yankees. He knows what's there. He's been there, you know, and depending on how comfortable he was in New York, he might decide to go back there. He might decide to go across town to the Mets, because I think the Mets are definitely in this thing as well. They're in this conversation. We know they're willing to spend money. They can have the highest payroll in baseball and still have a losing record. They've shown us that.
So all right. So where's Pete Alonso? Is he come back with the Mets? He's a free agent.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know that. I don't know that he will.
Okay.
I think especially if they get Soto, I don't know if they can afford Alonso.
I was going to say they'll free his money up and let him
They
go.
will. Yeah, I think so.
All right. So let's go on a 1 to 10.
And then okay.
1 to 10. Toronto Blue Jays. What's the likelihood?
3.
3. All right. Boston Red Sox.
Probably about 6.
Okay. New York Yankees going back.
I'll go about a 6 again, because
Yeah.
I think it's a good possibility.
Tommy had him on earlier. He's a big baseball guy. He feels like, he said, if the Yankees hadn't booted the ball around, played halfway decent defense, and been a different World Series, he thinks they got the parts and pieces in place to make another run. He said he'll end up going back to the Yankees. We'll see. You say a 6? New York Mets?
Probably a 5.
Okay.
I
So
would say.
Dodgers.
I think they're probably the team that he would maybe go to.
There's where he's gonna
I'm
go?
saying about a 7 or 8, maybe,
All right.
with the Dodgers. I think, gosh, could you see him in that lineup?
Well,
with Ohtani and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts.
And maybe Hernandez, maybe. They may still trying to hold on to him. But,
yeah.
But, you know, here's the thing. As I said earlier in the show before you got here, I mean, when you're making $600 and $700 million, I mean, at what point is too much money? I mean, what am I going to do? If you gave me I don't know. I don't even know what to do with $700 million. I mean, really, what do you do with it? You getting, and you break that down over how many years, but still, it's an unbelievable sum of money.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that? So if you're a competitor, and your goal is to get one of these, a championship ring, I'm thinking at some point the money will be what it is, but I want to go to a team where I got a chance to win.
Absolutely, and that's why I think he'll
go to the Dodgers.
Go to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I think that's why he'll definitely consider them.
They re-signed Edmonds. That a good deal for the Dodgers?
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
Right.
Good utility guy. They played him mostly in center field. He's played all over the diamond. Really, I like him at second base or shortstop, and they've shown that they have a need there as well. So I think they're going to move him around and play him a little bit everywhere. But yeah, that's a guy I always liked, Jim Edmonds.
Soto says he's going to try and be signed by this weekend with the winter
Tommy
meetings.
Edmonds, excuse me.
So Soto says that's
Yeah.
where he's going to go. Tommy Edmonds back with the Dodgers.
Yeah. So Soto needs to go first. I mean,
Yes.
he needs to sign, because a lot of these teams
Dominoes.
that are in on him, they're going to go to their contingency plan if they don't get him. And at least 4 or 5 of these teams that think they have a shot are not
We're
going
not
to
going to get him. No.
Yeah.
We mentioned what, 6?
Yeah, I think
Dodgers, Mets, Yankees,
Yankees,
Red
Blue
Sox,
Sox, and
Blue
Blue
Jays,
Jays.
and maybe the Padres on the outside looking in.
Maybe,
But I
yeah,
don't hear much
maybe.
about them anymore. So
Yeah.
5 teams, 4 of those are going to have their heart broke. So they'll come up with plan B. So really, when he signs, it's a domino effect. Once Soto signs, then all the pieces start bouncing around and different things, so different people.
Yeah.
Chapman, you mentioned signing. We're talking to Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So Aroldis Chapman signs a 1-year, $10.75 million deal with the Red Sox. Is that the Red Sox brass trying to show the fan base we're going out here we're trying to build a winner?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is he past his prime?
He's probably past his prime, but he still threw 2 pitches in one at bat that were over 105 miles an hour last year. To Manny Machado, I believe it was.
Still got gas in the tank, you know.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't care who you are. If you can throw a ball 105 miles an hour, you can get anybody out.
Yeah.
So
even me. And
yeah.
I'm just a torrid hitter.
Yeah.
Or terrible hitter. It's something one of those two teams. 1 year, $10.75 million. He's taking over for Kenley Jansen, who's now a free agent. So
Yeah.
where does he go? Who?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he'll end up. Everybody needs pitching, so it's hard to tell where he may end up.
I'm going to throw some names out for you because it's free agency time.
Okay.
It's going to get real interesting. See, here's the cool part about baseball. Even though the season's over, now it gets real interesting because you get to talk all this free agent stuff, and then you look up and spring training will be here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Ain't that far away. So let's start with Walker Buehler. The Dodgers, all of a sudden, he's much sought after. Guy had what, 1 or 2 Tommy John surgeries?
Yeah.
So, but he had a really good finish down the stretch for the Dodgers.
He did.
And now he's a free agent. So where's he go?
He showed he was a gamer there in the World Series, and I liked what I saw from him there. You know, I think there's going to be teams like the Mets that may be in on him for sure. And you know, like I said, they have money to spend, and I think they'll be looking. Everybody needs pitching, especially starting pitching. I think the Mets will take a look at him, especially if they lose Sean Manaea, which looks like they probably will, to a free agent deal somewhere. And
Did they pick up Montes though?
Yes, they did.
Mets picked him up.
They did.
Yeah, they good pick up. Did I say it right? Freddie Montes.
Yeah, Frankie.
Frankie, I was close. Freddie's little brother.
Yeah. So, I think we're going to have to wait and see about that signing.
Right.
See what happens. You know, I think he underperformed for what the Reds thought they were getting out of Frankie Montas, and then he went to Milwaukee and seemed to do a little better, but still, you know, not that guy that he was when he pitched for the A's years ago. So, you know, I think the jury's still out on that signing. I think we need to wait and see, because some of these pitchers are getting just enormous amounts of money, and I'm just kind of scratching my head thinking, well, if you look at their numbers, how are they getting that?
Yeah.
You know? And Montas is one of them. I kind of wonder about that signing.
Corbin Burns, where's he go? Is he a biggie?
Wow.
Is that a biggie?
He is a biggie. He's probably the best free agent pitcher that's available this year. So any team that needs pitching, I think, is going to be in on him. Of course, Blake Snell went to the Dodgers.
Big.
Yeah, that was huge, and especially since he came from the Giants going to the Dodgers.
That just pours gas on the fire, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They hate each other.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And so he does that, and then you know, Corbin Burns will probably. I think he'll end up with one of those big name teams that we've been talking about before. I think one of those teams. If he doesn't go back to the Orioles, which I'd like to see that happen, but I don't know that it will. I think somebody is going to be willing to pay him a lot of money, and it's probably going to be somebody like the Yankees or the Red Sox.
We're here live again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on a cool or cold. There's nobody's cold tomorrow night. Record low tomorrow night, down around 12. As I was saying when Greg sat down, in all seriousness, check your batteries on your vehicle, because this weather will, if it's right on the cusp, and obviously mine was, it's gone. Boom, it's out. Yeah. Again, thanks to Toyotech over in Johnson City. Got me a battery over there, and Daddy Bill Patrick fixed me up and got me a brand new Napa battery from Toyotech, which they repair cars there in Johnson City. Do a great job. So, and our buddy Brian Egger is the Eggman, as we call him, is the owner of said establishment. So there's a free plug for Toyotech. All right, so you look at Nathan Eovaldi. Where's he go?
Wow. So Nathan Eovaldi is a really interesting name to me, because I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to make a run at him. I think he's going to talk to a bunch of guys, general managers, probably next week. I think we'll hear about him being at the winter meetings, and so here's a team that I think would love to have him, and I haven't heard them mention it all. But they were a surprise team last year, made the playoffs, the Detroit Tigers.
Really?
I would love to see them go out and get somebody like Nathan Eovaldi for their rotation. I think that would be a big boost to them.
We're here live talking baseball. Mr. Baseball's in the house, Greg Salyer. Again, tomorrow we'll be at Milligan University. Friday we'll kick off the weekend. We'll be at Food City here in Elizabeth on a Food City Friday. We got some folks coming in talking about the college football playoff rankings, which came out last night, and so it's so convoluted. And Tommy Tipton nailed it, and I agree with him 100%. This whole playoff format, we'll be back to baseball in a second. This whole football playoff, in my opinion, they're tired of the SEC winning. So we're going to water this thing down. We'll get you 12 teams in there, and surely to God, somebody will get in there and win the national championship besides an SEC team. Having said that, this week's polls, the latest college football poll from this week, top 10, 4 of them are the SEC. So they're not going to go away.
Yeah.
It's quality football. Signing day was yesterday. Looks like the number one signing school again, or schools, Georgia and Texas. Where they at? Let me think. SEC. Tennessee had a great run on the signing day with Josh Heupel. For those of you that are negative Nellies about Heupel, the guy's put together. See, he's been in 3 or 4 years. He's had 2 10-win seasons over the last 2 or 3 years. So he's beaten Alabama. He's beaten Florida, which wasn't happening under Butch Jones, all these other guys. So get off his back. He's doing a great job. He keeps bringing in blue chip recruits.
Yeah.
Josh Heupel's getting it done, and yet you still have these Tennessee fans out there like, well, he ain't getting it done. He is getting it done. They're consistently consistent. They are getting it done.
Yeah.
So I'm done with that. All right, back to baseball.
He inherited a mess.
Oh,
I mean, it
dumpster fire.
couldn't have been worse what he inherited. So to think that because that first season, what was he, 6-5 or something like that first year? But my goodness,
he still won with Pruitt's players.
Yeah, who could have done any better than that?
Was it Pruitt? I can't remember which one.
Yeah, it was Pruitt.
There's Butch Jones and somebody came. That was Dooley.
Yeah, Dooley was before Butch Jones. And
Dooley, Jones, and then Pruitt. Dumpster fire.
Yeah.
6-5 with his players, and now he's getting his players in, and 10-win season. So
yeah,
got to get off his back, man. He's getting it done.
Yeah. After what we've experienced for the past 10 years or so before he got there, we'll take a 10-win season every year, I think.
Neyland Stadium wasn't being sold out. Now it's sold out. They're already talking about next year's ticket sales already getting ready to blow through the roof. So
yeah.
For you Tennessee Vol negative Nellies, off his back, he's getting it done. And he's doing it, it's just what I like when I see him on the sideline. We'll get back to baseball. He's just it's like he strikes me as somebody can sit right here and just talk to us.
Yeah, probably.
Just real unassuming.
Yeah.
Like, here I am. No, there's no flash, no whatever. Smoke and mirrors. It's just, I'm coaching football and getting it done. So, unlike some of these other high-profile guys. And have you seen Dan Hurley, the coach for the Yukon Huskies, the men's team? Guy's a nut job. I mean, he gets technical. He is nuts. It's kind of fun to watch, but I think if you're a Yukon Husky fan, you're like, Coach, simmer down, because he's like a stroke waiting to happen to him down the sidelines.
Yeah.
He's a good coach, obviously, but he's fun to watch. He's kind of out there. But anyway, got off on the rabbit trail. Leave Heupel alone. He's getting it done for the Tennessee football team. All right, speaking of Tennessee, the baseball team loaded for bear next year too.
They are.
Yeah, I'm reading where they haven't turned people away now. So many blue chippers are coming. It's like, I don't have any room for you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's actually said that. Some of these high-powered and top 5 and blue chip recruits, we're loaded. I don't really have room for you.
I can't play you if you come.
Can't play you because you may not get a chance to play because we got so many good guys are on this team. So it's pretty exciting about Tennessee baseball.
Yeah.
The Vols men's team's undefeated. They beat Syracuse last night. And then, of course, you look and you see the Lady Vols play tonight against Florida State. She's getting it done.
Yeah.
So it's good things are happening in Knoxville for the Tennessee fan base, no question.
Kim Caldwell's just won everywhere she's been.
Oh, yeah. What school did she come to from last year? To Marshall Thundering Herd.
Yeah.
What is the biggest game this weekend in all these playoff championship games? Forget Georgia, Texas. Forget Penn State and Oregon. It's the Marshall. He's going to giggle. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd. Where is it? We are Marshall. Sun Belt Conference Championship. 9-3 against the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns playing for the conference championship. Now, for you West Virginia fans up there, give us crap all the time. Where are you at? You just fired your coach and got no coach. So, go Herd. Got that out of my system. Thanks.
All right.
Feeling good. All right,
so does that conference championship get an automatic bid in the?
No. Oh, yeah. You get a bowl game. But I don't think so, no.
No, they don't.
I wouldn't think so.
They do not.
No. But they're 9-3.
Yeah.
They'll either be 10-3 or 9-4, and I can live with that.
Yeah.
So they're getting it done.
Yeah.
And again, Charles Huff is a Saban disciple, if you will. Came off Saban's coaching staff back in the day at Alabama, back in the day rather. So he's getting it done at Marshall. We are Marshall. you best believe Monday I'll have green on. If we win, I look like the Jolly Green Giant in here on Monday. Eb says, Tom, you're so dumb. Okay. You're so goofy. All right. So, have you done your Christmas shopping yet, by the way?
I've started, but I haven't finished.
All right.
Yeah, I got quite a bit more to go.
Well, don't say anything because she's watching. You'll get your mother or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I've already got her a few things.
yeah. I got you. I've already bought yours this year.
You have?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what did I get last year? What did Greg get me last year? But say I don't give to get. So if I get something, it was something very thoughtful because I can't remember what it was. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, back to baseball. So we got Burns, we got Evaldi, we've got who are some of the other big free agents out there right now?
Well, Teoscar Hernandez, who I
Okay.
think is one of the, I think he's an underrated player. I really do. He's been an all-star, but still, I think he's somewhat underrated. I think he's, and Christian Walker, I think is the most underrated player in all
really?
baseball. Yeah, I think that guy's a stud. But you just never hear about him, But all he does is put up the numbers year in and year out, and he's a free agent this year as well with Arizona. So I'm anxious to see where he ends up. Paul Goldschmidt, that's an interesting name. He's 37 years old, so you kind of wonder, okay, what's going to happen with him? Because I think he's on the tail end of his career for sure.
Arenado's a free agent too, isn't he?
He is not, but he's on the trading block.
He's on trade
Yeah,
back.
we keep hearing about him getting traded to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like everybody wants this guy to play third base for him, which, I mean, I don't blame him. I even heard the Dodgers mention again today about Arenado, and I thought, my gosh, stick Arenado in there, and if it gets Soto, they won't have a weak spot in their lineup.
No. So the winter meetings, is that where a lot of wheeling and dealing goes
There'll
on?
be a lot happening
Yeah.
next week. Yeah, we'll see a lot taking place, especially if Soto goes ahead and signs with somebody this week.
Yeah. That'll be the domino effect.
That'll be the domino effect. It'll all start happening at that point.
All right, so before I let you go, let's talk about what the two regional teams need this year in the offseason. Let's start with the Atlanta Braves. What do they need right now?
Okay, so it looks like they're going to lose Max Fried,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Morton as well. They need pitching for sure. They got Griffin Canning, in that trade with the Angels, and then turn around and DFA'd him, and or not DFA'd him, but non-tendered him. That's what they ended up doing with him. So. So that told me it was just a salary dump with Soler when they made that trade. So hopefully for the Braves, Acuna's going to be back and be back strong and be the Ronald Acuna that we know he can be, and that'll help their outfield big. Of course, they're losing Duvall as a free agent as well. So they need an outfielder, they need starting pitching, and they need relief pitching.
So you're losing Fried, more than likely, and Charlie Morton. Chris Sale back?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's back.
Strider will be back?
Yes, should be.
Should be healthy and ready to go. So they're looking for starting pitching or relief pitching and an outfielder.
Yeah, I think that's what they're looking for.
Would Teoscar Hernandez fill the bill?
He would.
Okay.
He would. Yeah, he would be a good signing for the Braves.
All right. So that's what the Braves need. What do the Reds need?
So the Reds may need a little bullpen help. I like the rotation the way it is right now. Nick Martinez coming back, I think, was big for them. They go out and trade Jonathan India and got Brady Singer. That wasn't a real popular move among the fan base because India was like probably the most popular player on the team after Votto left. So, Ellie De La Cruz maybe as well, but India was that rah-rah guy. He's the guy that seemed to be the heart and soul of the team. So when they traded him to Kansas City and brought in Brady Singer, really the Reds have 7 starting pitchers right now, which you can't have too much starting pitching. You really can't.
Mm-hmm.
You need at least 6 that you can count on, if not 7. So I look for somebody like Graham Ashcraft maybe to go to the bullpen. I think that's probably where he's going to end up. Maybe even that closer's role. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Reds trade Alexis Diaz, maybe in a move to pick up that outfielder that they need, because they do need an outfielder as well. They've still got the logjam in the infield even without India being there. McClain will be back to play second base. De La Cruz is the shortstop. We know those two are pretty much set in stone. I think the jury's still out on Noelvi Marte. After his suspension last year, he came back and he was not that good. He has a lot to prove still. He's got all the potential in the world, but he hasn't proven it to major league level yet. And then Christian Encarnacion Strand, hopefully he can be healthy this year and be at first base or DH. And then they've still got Jamer Candelario. So, where's he going to play? Third base or first base or DH or somewhere. So, Terry Francona will figure all that out. And, and I don't know. They've made some really interesting coaching signings, too. Mike Napoli is now on that coaching staff with Terry Francona. And, a guy that played for him in Boston when he won the World Series. So that's I don't know. I like the guys that have been there and won it before, being on the coaching staff, and of course Francona's won 3 World Series. So
I'm excited about the Reds.
Yeah, I think they've got a good shot. I think they do need to work on their bullpen a little bit, which like I said, everybody needs pitching, and they need an outfielder for sure. I mean. So the Reds fans would love nothing more than to go out and get Teoscar Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they could afford him, I don't know that they're willing to do that. But with Francona there, I think they're going to have to make a commitment to win and get somebody, of that stature. I think to go in and be that guy. Which I heard today Tyler O'Neill maybe is a possibility for the Reds. I don't know about that, but but he would definitely be a good power bat for somebody.
Mr. Baseball in the house, Greg Sire. So between now and next Wednesday, when we reconvene this segment with this gentleman, our buddy Greg, we will know Juan Soto will make his intentions known.
Yeah.
So you're going to go on the limb and say it's Dodgers?
I think probably. I'll be surprised if it's not. But like I said, there's several teams in on him. I could see him going to the Yankees or Red Sox too. Maybe even the Mets. The Mets would like nothing more than to take him away from the Yankees.
Oh, stick it in their craw.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they would love that.
With or without Pete Alonso, they'd go, how about that, boys across the town? Yeah, the Bronx Bombers, take this.
Yeah.
Put this in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah.
So, and they may.
So what if our payroll's $400 million a year?
We got what you ain't got now, Hoss.
Yeah.
And that's how these guys work.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, they got egos just like we do.
Absolutely.
Probably bigger egos than we do. And so the Mets front offices will give up Alonso, we'll take Soto. And putting him on that team puts a pretty good team instantly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
With Juan Soto, any team you put him on is going to make him immediately a pretty good ball club, no question.
He's going to hit in the middle of anybody's lineup.
Oh, absolutely. So you say Dodgers?
Yeah, I think that's where he'll end up. I don't know.
I'm going to go, but you're Mr. Baseball. You say Dodgers. I'm going to counter. I'm going to say, at the end of the day, I don't think it's the Blue Jays. I don't think it's the Red Sox, so they're in a rebuild mode. I think he's going to go to some place where he can, what I read, he's 26 years old.
Yeah,
right?
26.
26, so he's not long in the tooth, but he's not a young pup either. So he's reached that kind of middle of the pack as far as longevity in baseball. He wants to play for a team and get him a ring. I'm going to say either you say Dodgers, I'm going to say he stays with the Yankees.
Yeah,
so
he might.
You think they'll keep Boone, the manager?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Would you, if you're front office?
Yeah.
Would you keep Boone?
Yeah, I'd keep Boone.
It's not his fault they booted the ball around.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, that last game was just pitiful.
It was. Looked like as Tommy's looked like a middle school baseball game.
It did. It looked bad.
So they didn't get it done. So you can't blame the on the field lack of defensive performance on the manager. You just can't. At some point you got to be accountable for what you did or didn't do, and that falls back on the players.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you can prepare a team as good as anybody could ever be prepared, and if they go out and play like that, then you know that's on them.
All right, so we're gonna go on the limb. I'm saying he stays with the Yankees. You say he goes to the Dodgers. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out
by the end of the week.
We could either one be right. We could both be wrong.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a really off the wall question.
Okay.
You like eggnog?
I love eggnog.
Okay, good. All needed to know. Eggnog.
I have eggnog in my refrigerator at home.
Did you know, I'm going to give him a selfish plug, do you know Salmon's up here, the hot dog joint?
Yeah.
Has eggnog milkshakes.
I did know that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every Wednesday night after church.
Wow.
We're going through the drive-thru. I got London turned on to them now. Granddad, these are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eggnog milkshake.
Nobody else in my family likes eggnog except me.
Your mom?
My mom will drink it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Ev's a trooper.
Yeah, but my wife and girls, no, they don't want anything to do with it. So it was just fine with me because I buy it and then I drink it.
Two birthdays. Yeah, it's all yours.
Yeah,
all to yourself. 2 birthdays today. Wink Martindale having a birthday.
Oh wow!
Game show host.
Wow. How old is Wink Martindale?
Wink would be 91 today. Has 91 candles.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And so Baker found her part in gray. So Baker was in there a while ago walking around with, she had grease on her fingernails. I mean, this lady's always done up well and looks nice and attractive young lady. She had grease in her fingernails and walking around with a fan belt. So her fan belt busted, so she found it in gray. And so says, praise the Lord. So I'm glad. So
okay, well, good.
Wash your hands. You've got grease all over your fingers. This didn't look right. Let's see. Martindale, 91. One of these days, he will walk in and just throat punch me. I give her crap all the time about everything. One of these days, you're going to come to this big bruise. And what happened? Lisa just snapped.
I hope she does it while you're on the air. Well, she's going to do it. Let her do it on the air.
We'll go.
Let's see it on the air.
Punch me on the air live stream, but there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So, George Foster had a birthday this week.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yahtzee?
2 days ago. December 2nd is his birthday.
So, Wink Martindale today. How old was George Foster, by the way?
77, I think. Something like that.
The birthday boy today was Wink Martindale and Jethro Bodine from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, wow.
Max Baer Jr., 87 today.
Wow.
Granny and her vittles.
Yeah.
Jethro and the Cement Pond Beverly Hillbillies.
87. Wow.
I brought that up the other day to someone that said, Beverly Hill. I'm so outdated. Nobody knows these old shows.
They don't know that?
No. I watched Get Smart. Remember Get Smart?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Mannix.
Yeah.
TV show Mannix. So
I've been watching Moving On. Remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
Claude Akins and Frank Converse.
Oh, yeah. Moving On.
Yeah.
Like a trucker thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. So, see, what was I? Oh, so I went and bought the box set of the Waltons. I got every episode of the Waltons ever made. I went and ordered that and got it. Then I was watched the other day. I was watching some of the Beverly Hillbillies. I kind of like some of that. And I went back and watched the early Newhart show when he was a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
Yeah.
Funny. So anyway, Jethro Bodine's having a birthday today. He is
87.
87. So
wow.
there you go. That's
just hard to believe.
It is. Jethro's still going. Granny's gone. Jed's gone.
Yeah.
Ellie Mae's gone. What's her name? What was the secretary's name? Mr. Drysdale. Yeah. Miss Jane Hathaway.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah.
Most of the actors and actresses in the Hillbillies are gone, but Jethro Bodine at 87 today. So there you go.
Wow.
All right. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Go get you something to eat.
Okay.
Wolf it down. We'll be right back after this from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on show number 2194. They said it wouldn't work. We're going to be 10 years in February been doing this show.
Wow.
Somebody asked me today, how long you want to go? I said, well, we got 2,200 in 6 shows. I said, I don't know. Maybe 2,500. I don't know. That's what, another year and a half maybe?
Yeah.
Then we'll probably, I don't know what I'll do. So maybe a Walmart greeter. I don't know. So
what will I do at 12 o'clock on Wednesday if I'm not coming to your show?
I will still do it just so you can come.
Okay. At least do it on Wednesdays.
Just on Wednesdays, yeah. 1 day a week.
Yeah.
Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We are not okay with the staggering statistics of our youth. They have become familiar with brokenness, pain, and frustration. But their pain has become our concern, and their hopes, our responsibility. But we want to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. Our mission is to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus and His church. But what can you do about it? What if your actions now can help the future them? Together, we can help them become who God has designed them to be. But the time is now, and the action we take today helps them tomorrow.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Here we go. This is going to be good here. So
this is going to be good. You know, they got us back here where the playground used to be. It might be because we're like two little kids back here in the corner.
That's it. That's exactly right. How it is. So, and let me just say this: when he's around his grandson, he's like a big kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they do take priority. You know?
Do.
I was on the phone yesterday, and Cassie brought Judah by because she'd been keeping him for Abby, and I told the guy I was talking to, I said, "Hold on." Had to talk to him. He understands, though. He's got 2 or 3 of his own. So
priorities.
Priorities.
And that grandson, how old is he now?
He's almost 2. Be 2 in February.
He's a hoss too. He's a big one. Put a football in his arm. He's a big boy. So he got another one coming too, right?
Got another one coming in January.
Do we know
it's a girl?
It's a little girl. Oh,
that's what they tell me.
This one will be. You talking about being wrapped? Forget Stephanie. This guy. When that little granddaughter comes along,
I'm pretty good with girls. I've had 3 of them.
You've had 3, yeah. You got it. So, hello, Joe Hunt. Hello to Eddie Kraft. Hello to Brandon Blevins. Thanks for watching the show. We're at 2194 on the show. So, we'll talk a little Christmas here in a minute. But we got to talk a little sports. Now, the Tennessee men's basketball team, these guys apparently the deal.
They're the real deal.
They're the deal. They can go. Chaz Lanier and Ziegler and Igor,
I don't remember his name, but the kind of European
Milicic or something like that.
Yeah, he can play too.
He can play. These guys, I mean, seriously, they can go. They're gonna make a run, and I think if all the parts and pieces, nobody gets hurt.
Nobody gets hurt. Now they're down one. I can't remember his name. That backup post player, but I don't think he's done for the year. Well, I can't think of his name.
I don't know.
Not Cade Phillips. Cade Phillips is the one that's playing a little bit right now, and then you've got the. I just drew a blank. I looked up the box score last night, watched a little bit. They put it on Syracuse. Of course, Kentucky had to lose last night. You know, the SEC was 8-0, I think, at that point.
Yep.
ACC, SEC challenge. And
Clemson beat them up.
But boy, now Clemson made some big shots.
Yeah, they can play. So
that kid had 20 rebounds.
It's fun. He had 20 boards.
The kid he only made 2 or 3 shots. I don't remember his name, but had 20 rebounds against Kentucky. Against 7-footers.
Calipari was, everybody's glad to see him go. I don't think Pope. I think he was like the 3rd choice. This guy's getting it done for Kentucky. He's turned him back around. Am I right? I read where he started with nobody. I mean, everybody left after Calipari either graduated and went to the NBA or went with him. So they basically started out with
I think he's had to rebuild the roster
from ground zero.
And I think that may be the case in a lot of sports every year now.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Absolutely. So. College football playoff came out last night, the rankings. So, as Tommy Tipton said earlier in the show, and I agree 100%, this whole thing is set up because they don't want the SEC to win it. They're tired of they're going to get a 12-team playoff. So, Oregon's number 1 projected. Number 2 is Texas. Number 3 projected is SMU. Number 4 is Boise State. Number 5 is Penn State. Number 6 is Notre Dame. Number 7 is Georgia. Number 8 is Ohio State. Number 9 is Tennessee. 10th is Indiana, 11th is Alabama, 12th is Arizona State, South Carolina squawking. They feel like they ought to be in. Miami said we're getting shafted because we're 10-2 in a soft league, I might add.
Yeah, you got to play somebody.
Where's the bell? Got to play somebody. Got to play somebody. Indiana overrated. I think Notre Dame's overrated, but that's just me. I said Penn State's overrated earlier, and I drew the ire of somebody out there watching, which is okay. So it's the way it is, but. You played, you coached it, you played it. down through the years. Is it not true? The strength of schedule. Who are you playing? Who have you played?
The strength of schedule makes a huge difference.
Sure.
Now, I'm not saying that like Notre Dame or Penn State couldn't beat Alabama or Georgia in a one game.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a firm believer if you put Penn State, Ohio State, or Notre Dame in the SEC, they would have 3 or 4 losses at best.
Mm-hmm. See, my take is 3 losses in the SEC carries more weight for me than 2 losses in another conference because they're so good. As I said earlier, the only cream puff this year, and they pushed everybody. They didn't win. They didn't get blown out. A couple times they got blown out. Mississippi State has been competitive. Kentucky's been competitive. They're the bottom feeders this year in the SEC. But
I saw a stat, and I don't remember the bottom 5 or 6 teams in the SEC, all of them had 1 win against the top SEC team.
Arkansas did it. Mississippi State.
Vandy. Kentucky.
I mean, So does the argument hold that South Carolina should be in? And is the argument hold that Miami got left out? This is not the final one. The final one comes out, I think, Sunday night when they finally start setting up playoffs and games and all that.
But let's just be honest. I had this argument, talk a little bit over Thanksgiving, like what's going to happen with your family. And I said, I'm not a gambling man, but I said if I had to put $100 on Miami, Alabama, or South Carolina to win it all, who would you pick? Oh, you'd pick Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
Even as a Tennessee fan, they're going to have the and so, I mean, I think that comes down to it. And they probably have they've got better wins. I mean, that's what they've got a bad loss, there's no doubt, but they've got better wins.
So let's get your take on a couple of these championship games. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the only game that matters this weekend, I've said this and will continue to say it, the Marshall Thundering Herd. We are Marshall. Sun Belt Conference Championship, Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. We're in there. Go. He grunted. No,
I didn't even know they were playing. I didn't know Marshall still had a football team.
Well, you're not alone.
I thought you were going to say that Clemson game was the only one that mattered. That's the only one that matters for the playoffs.
That's true. Clemson and
Is
SMU.
it SMU? Yeah.
For the ACC. Who wins that one?
I think Clemson wins it. I think SMU is going home.
Penn State, Oregon, Big Ten. Who wins it?
I think Oregon kills them. I'm not a Penn State. I'm Penn State. Everybody hates Ohio State and Michigan as far as the South, but I think Penn State is that one team that just always gets overrated, and then they go play a Michigan or an Ohio State, and then they lose that one game, and then
they played one game this year. Ohio State got beat at home. That was their signature game, and they bombed it, in my opinion, Penn State. But they will play Oregon for the Big Ten championship. Big 12 is Iowa State and Arizona State.
I couldn't tell you about anything about either one of them.
Georgia, Texas, SEC in Atlanta.
I think Georgia wins it, which, I mean, I just think Georgia's one of those teams when they're playing well, they're as good as anybody in the country. And they've stubbed their toe, I know, but they've got it at every position.
Did you hang for the 8 overtime game last week against Georgia Tech?
I did watch the overtimes.
Unbelievable.
We'd been traveling and got in. I can't even remember what that was, but we got in, and I listened to it on the road, which it's hard to listen to TV on the road. They're not doing radio, but
No.
I listened to it on the road, and I thought, this is pretty interesting. So I watched it. Pretty interesting.
My man's been to Florida. He's been to West Virginia. He's been all over the place. He's been a busy, busy gentleman the last couple of weeks. So does Tennessee get a home game in this? You think
it doesn't look like it?
No.
I mean, it would take. I don't know what it would take. I'm sure you could listen to some podcast or some show and tell you what it'd take. But I think the question was going to be whether we were going to be the 8 seed and Ohio State the 9, and it looks like they've gone that way. But the AP poll went the same way. Ohio State's ahead of us. So,
if you were an Ohio State fan, I know some that are. They're not happy. Is this man in trouble, Ryan Day?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to imagine winning 10 games and getting fired.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've lost 4 in a row to Michigan. And Michigan was a mediocre team this year. Even their fans would tell you, they win 5 or 6 games. I mean, maybe the Ohio State game we gave them 7 wins. I mean, they're fighting for bowl eligibility. But I think the thing that really hurt him is, you had to win. You had to score 2 touchdowns. That's all you had to do, score 2 touchdowns against your rival. And you're the number 1-2 team in the country, and you can't do it. And they were talking about the play calling. I didn't watch it, but the play calling was very vanilla. And I read today where they're projecting as 5-star quarterback's going to leave him. You know, I mean.
So he's 45-5 in the Big Ten. Before those losses, he's been there 6 seasons at Ohio State. He's 45-5 inside the league, and 4 of those losses are to Kyle Estep's Michigan Wolverines, who had his shirt on Sunday.
He had a shirt and a sweater vest. Like he had 2 big. We call them power tees. I don't know what they call that M, but that power M or whatever.
The big
M. I don't know.
I don't know. So, but anyway, he had his Michigan outfit on Sunday. One of our brothers at the church. So anyway.
His son had a Tennessee shirt on. I told him, I said, at least one of you in the family's got some good sense. But
I love it. So what's it say? Again, we're talking to the pastor. Stop by, talk a little sports. We're going to talk a little Christmas here in a moment. So hello, Regina May. Hello to Wayne Price. We've got basketball tomorrow night. Lady Cyclones. We're doing JV and varsity tomorrow night, doubleheader. The Lady Smoky Bears are coming in from Sevier County, so we'll have that for you tomorrow night, a little twin bill. Let's see. Oh. All right, Texas, Georgia, throwing water bottles on the field. Vanderbilt, when Alabama's coming early in the year, they put up a big net down for the fan base so that we wouldn't throw things on the field. And then Saturday we had players and other people on the field being pepper sprayed in the middle of at the end of a football game. What's that say?
Well, I mean, it's just evident we've lost control of kids. I mean, that's just the reality. And I mean, it's you. You can go down here and watch the youth club and find out the same thing. People just lose their mind.
They go nuts.
And so
they go bananas.
They just got no restraint.
Yeah. So how do you fix it? This is what I said Monday. Big Ten said we're going to fine Ohio State, and they did. Michigan $100,000. That's like taking a $20 bill out of his pocket. $100,000 after the fact ain't going to. If it's me, and I'll get your opinion. If it's me, I'm going to punish you for what you did on the field. I'm going to do something, take something away from you on the field. Take away a win, take away scholarships. Writing a check on Monday for $100,000 doesn't do anything with those people going nuts in the stands.
Yeah, and it's also hard to punish the player. If they win a ball game, it's hard to take a win away from them because the fans are stupid.
Yeah.
And so, I don't. The answer.
Good point.
The answer goes back to the homes and. I mean, it's a deep philosophical thing that you could take care of when they were 3 and 4 years old. But when things don't go your way, you can't just pitch a fit.
Yep.
So I mean, you saw that with the election recently, and you see it when the society what do? They take over downtowns, and then same thing in sports. It doesn't go our way, we're just going to pitch a fit. Same reason you can't find high school referees.
Amen. There's a shortage. So you played at Campbell County. Who was your big rival in high school?
Well. A big rival. Halls and Oak Ridge was really the Halls was good and big back then. Knox Central was in that. Anderson County wasn't that big then.
So what was the team on your schedule? We're playing them on such and such.
Oak Ridge was the dominant team, right. Especially in football. We were not very good in football. And they were the dominant team usually in about everything. Girls basketball at that time, they were phenomenal. That was about the same time Shelbyville was making their run. And Oak Ridge girls basketball. Our girls beat them one year and went to the state tournament, beat them in district. And then I went down. When you watch there's a kid named Daryl Miller. I'll never forget it. He played for Oak Ridge.
Oh, yes.
And I watched him, and I was a kid. I don't know if I was 8th, 9th grade. In a regional game, I watched a kid catch it on the old hash mark, and they did a 360 in a live game. And I thought to myself, never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
A kid could play.
Play basketball, too. They could play.
And then, we played. That was probably Oak Ridge was probably one of the biggest rivals.
So here's my point. I'm going over this. So you played for Campbell County. If you were on the I don't know if you were on the football team.
Oh, no, I didn't play football.
Right.
I'm too pretty for football.
That's true. You are a handsome guy. Stephanie will tell you that.
Too soft. Too soft.
He's a candy.
Yeah, we played indoor sports.
Too soft.
Yeah.
All right. So, by the way, how long have you been chasing Mrs. Fowler? 20-some years?
We've been married 28 years, but we were dated a long time before that.
There you go. So, she's been he's been her guy for a long time, and she's been his girl for a long time. So, and we love it. They're a great family. So, here's where I'm going with this. Let's say, hypothetically, you did play for Campbell County, and Oak Ridge wins the game, come in, and they put the flag down the middle of the Campbell County field. How would that go over up there at Campbell County, Cougar Land? Not well?
Well, It probably wouldn't go well, but here's, you know, it's a tradition now.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows it's going to happen.
Going to happen.
So here's the reality is if you don't want it to happen, do something about it for the 40 minutes you play. You know?
There you go. If you don't want it to happen, don't get beat by them. But
I get, yeah.
That's exactly, I mean, so now everybody's going to take that flag and whoop it down in the midfield
you
of your team.
can't get mad at the other people for doing what you would do if you were at their place.
Yeah. You can guarantee they go to Ann Arbor next year and Ohio State wins the game. You know what's going to happen, and everybody's going to be ready for it. They're bringing out the flag. So it's going to happen. It's happened over here in high school. It happens in college. I don't think it happens too much in pros, but it's the nature of the beast. So you have to mentally say, okay, this is going to happen. If we get beat, these guys will come out on the field. I blame the Michigan coaches. They should have said, boys, this is what my coach used to say when we play. Go off the field. All you got to do is point up that scoreboard as you walk off the field. That says it all right there. You don't have to go point fingers and start fights. Just scoreboard and go into the locker room.
Well, they used to have saying, act like you've been here before.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
And you watch it. I mean, it's the same thing with storming courts. I mean, Syracuse stormed court basketball last night when they beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's fun, but, you know, that's a team that's been in the Elite Eight in the last couple of years. I mean, you should win big games at home.
Yeah. Clemson wins it. They go nuts at Little John Coliseum.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
what I said. I said Syracuse. I meant Clemson.
You meant Clemson. I know
I
what you meant. Yeah. I'm right there with you.
I did watch that game, though, a little bit of it. So.
Yep. Got some good ones tonight, too, man. I was looking down the list.
So that's Auburn plays. Is it Auburn and Duke?
Alabama plays.
What time's that game?
I'm about to tell you
because I got to make sure we get out of prayer meeting in time to watch that one.
Priorities.
That's a 9 o'clock one, so that's the late one.
Let's see. We got Alabama, North Carolina at 7:15. We'll miss that one. Auburn, Duke at 9:15 tonight. So we'll have plenty of time to get home, and unless you tarry.
Well, that 9:15, that's about my bedtime. So maybe I can watch the first half.
Unless you wander a little bit in the preaching tonight.
Yeah, I think if we're still there at 9 o'clock, something's going on.
Yeah. We got a lot happening, as most churches do. We got a lot going on at our church for the holiday season. Tell me about it.
We do. Got a lot going on Christmas time. We start with, of course, the kids have a play this Sunday, the elementary age, and then it moves into the next week's preschool. And then we do something special for our senior saints, our shut-ins. We have a meal we take to them and blessing boxes. And then, of course, I don't remember the exact date, but our teens have a play on Wednesday night. And that's been a lot of fun, that Cricket County Christmas. They kind of done the same theme a lot of years, and so that's good. And the choir on I can't remember the exact date. Let's see, the
15th.
The 15th is the choir cantata on Sunday night, and so then that moves right into Christmas. And the Sunday night before Christmas, I believe that's 22nd. We'll have our is that right? 22nd, I believe that's right. We'll have our candlelight service that Sunday night, and so we're looking forward to just a great time as we celebrate the Lord's birth and the fact of him coming to this earth. And
22nd.
And so I think I got my dates right.
Yep. So I'm reading the other day, Bethlehem is known as the house of bread.
Right.
And he is the bread of life.
Right.
I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So
pretty cool. Of course, we've been in Gospel of John, putting those things together, studying through that. You know, when he says, I'm the bread of life, after he fed the 5,000 and reminded them about the wilderness, and then he says, if any man thirst, come to me, and then turns around and says, I'm the light of the world. So those metaphors right there.
What'd you say, there's 9 of them?
There's 7 great I am statements in John,
yeah.
But there's 3 of those metaphors right there in chapter 6, 7, and 8 that are, bread, water, and light that are pretty powerful.
You did a sermon a couple of weeks ago about the woman at the woman at the wall, and they wanted to stone him.
That's right.
He said, all right, boys, I'm paraphrasing, all right, boys, you boys ain't done anything, you throw that first rock.
He that is without sin, let him cast the first stone. And so
they dropped the rocks and left.
They left, the oldest to youngest.
Yeah. And then what did he tell her?
Said, where are thine accusers? Said, I don't condemn you, neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more.
Go and sin no more. There's the key, no more. You get a second chance. He's a God of second chances. So I'll probably be back for the Christmas, but you're here now. What does the holiday season mean to Mark Fowler to a Christian?
Well, the holiday season, look, I love family traditions. We, go get your tree, eat whatever you're going to eat, go do shopping, that type of thing. But really, when you stop and think about the fact that God loves you enough to send his son just to come and take on the form of Philippians says the form of a servant, obedient unto death. The incarnation, him coming to this earth is almost overwhelming. When you know what you know about yourself and know what you know about other people, and you think he loved me enough that he came and became flesh, and then to bleed and die on the cross for our sins. And so Christmas, it's a fun time, family time. I love those memories, but when you really just pause and think that God loves us. The psalmist says this, what is man that thou art even mindful of him? And so that's really the overwhelming thought I've had the last little bit, and I hope it stays with me through this Christmas time, that God loved me enough to make a way for me to know him and to fellowship with him.
So for 30 or 40 days, he takes over the world. I mean, everywhere you go, you hear Christmas songs, people buying presents, everything's about Christmas is what I call it, or Christmas. So he really, people, even the atheists, they say, well, we don't believe in God. Well, today is December 4th, 2024 AD. So even the calendar's all about him. So it's all about him.
It is all about him. It is all about him.
Yeah.
I mean, the truth is the world doesn't exist without him, and it doesn't function without him.
So there you go. Christmas season, a lot going on. If you don't have a church home, we would certainly encourage you to come and sit under this man's teaching, or Marcus, or Greg, or Stephen, whoever may be up there. But more times than not, it's him. So, and it's Marcus got him a deer. He's all excited.
Got him a deer.
He was gaga, and then the boy got one too.
Levi got his first one.
He got him his first deer. So
I had to give him a hard time. Marcus got two before Levi got one. I said, it's pretty bad when you're stealing all the hunting spots from your son.
Son.
I mean, he just laughed.
Oh yeah, good peeps. Got a good church family. So if you don't have a church home, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, again on Watauga Road. We'd love to have you. We'll be there tonight. You're speaking tonight on...
Lord, I'm in Deuteronomy. I'm doing Bible survey, so we're on Deuteronomy tonight.
He does a little encapsulation of each book of the Bible. It's really good. If you can't make it, we're on Facebook, so we'd love to have you. So there you go. So Tennessee, last question before I let you go. Tennessee football. They're still on Heupel. The guy's gone, what's this, his 34th season? Two 10-win seasons. He's beaten Alabama twice. Florida, we saw that one 2 years ago. So he's consistently beating the big boys. The recruiting is up. He's getting more big-name blue chippers. So how can anybody in the Tennessee fan base be upset with what Josh Heupel's doing?
Because we live in a world of spoiled brats.
There you go.
And you look at they're fussing at Georgia, they're fussing at Alabama, and they're fussing at Tennessee. And there's not a one of us that has any clue what those men go through.
Yeah.
And I don't love them all, but I mean, man, you win 9-10 games, and you're getting people to buy in. I mean, it's just, I can't imagine. Of course, the other thing that's happened is you got a bunch of people that forget how bad we were.
Oh yes, we were dumpster fire.
We had Butch Jones and we had Dooley, the orange pants and we were bad, and it takes a while to build that depth. And the mistake that let me tell you what got Heupel in trouble. The second year success. I mean, when we're in that playoff contention, and we go to South Carolina and lose, but we weren't even supposed to be there yet. Yeah. I mean, it was a 4 or 5 year rebuild. If he'd won 8 games that year, everybody been like, okay, we're ready to go. He wins 10, and now everybody's spoiled. Mm-hmm. So that's my opinion.
He was 6-5 the first year with Pruitt's players. He didn't really get a chance to go out and get his. He still turned around and went 6-5 with the other guys' players who weren't very good, obviously. So now you just look at the caliber of the program. Back then we were going up against, there's no knock on these schools, so don't take it as such. We're up against Middle Tennessee State, Eastern Kentucky, trying to get those guys. Now we're trying to beat guys out going to Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. So he's elevated the recruiting and the caliber kid. So I see no fault in what the guy's doing.
I don't either, and I see that one of the things that I do like is I feel like he's adjusted his system. Mm-hmm. He maybe was a system guy and to take 1 or 2 talented guys and do some things, but I see the way that when it's necessary, you punt, trust your defense. Mm-hmm. You need to slow the game down and at times, and so he's not just he's not just bullheaded and going to throw it deep every time.
He's flexible.
And
So-
I mean, you think about the guys that have stayed with him. I mean, that says something about
It
it.
does say something about it. Get you some lunch there. I'll see you tonight.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, get you a little bite to eat. Get one for Mrs. Fowler if you want to. And we'll come back, wrap this thing up. We'll see him tonight. If you don't have a church home, it's 7 o'clock, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. Love to have you. If you don't come for any other reason, man, it looks like a Southern Living magazine. I don't know who did. I'm sure you decorated it, right?
Oh, I did it every
Oh, yeah.
tree.
Oh, yeah.
Every little piece of glitter I put on there personally.
Let me tell you the story about me and him. 2 years ago, we were decorating for VBS. It got so bad. We were trying to hang something that wouldn't hang up there right. And so Mandy and the other one said, why don't you guys go over there, maybe another room? And so we got fired from a volunteer job of doing VBS. So
Yeah.
I felt pretty confident in saying
Yeah.
you did not help decorate Christmas.
You know what I did? I ran to Lowe's and got them some more 3M tape and stuff. So
Can't mess that up.
that's all I did.
But if you want to come see a place that's really tastefully, very nicely decorated as our church, and I guess Steph did that, didn't she?
Stephanie, she had a lot of ladies help her this year,
It's awesome.
and we have a lot of great group of workers.
Yeah, it wasn't me and wasn't him, so trust me. So, see you tonight.
We'll see you in a little while.
Quick break. We'll be right back after this to wrap it up on the Tom Taylor Sports. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it. My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Big thanks again, always to our guest. I never take that lightly. I appreciate so much Greg Salyer. Of course, Tommy was here, and of course, my man, my pastor, who does a phenomenal job and never wants to take the credit he deserves, and I get that. He's very humble, and I appreciate that greatly for his approach and how he does things. NBA tonight, who plays where? On this Wednesday night, the Celtics home against Detroit. The Lakers will be in Miami. Brooklyn hosting Indiana. The 76ers hosting Orlando. The Atlanta Hawks in Milwaukee. And Minnesota will be in L.A. to battle the Clippers tonight in the NBA. College basketball is a really big night. Some great games. Let's run them down in no particular order. We'll see. Yeah, we'll go chronologically. The first game right around 6:30. 15th ranked Baylor and number 25 UConn. At 7:15 tonight, 13th ranked Florida hosting Virginia, or playing Virginia. At 7:15, 10th ranked Alabama, 20th ranked North Carolina in the SEC ACC Challenge. 5th ranked Marquette will play number 6 Iowa State tonight, men's basketball. We're going to close it out with Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker. He's going to gleefully tell me it's cold weather coming, snow and all that garbage. So 16th ranked Memphis hosting Louisiana Tech. Top ranked Kansas will be at Creighton. Another good one tonight. Number 2 Auburn and Duke. Number 9th ranked Duke at Cameron. I think they're playing in Durham. I think these are all home and aways. I don't think there's a neutral site. 18th ranked Pittsburgh will be at Mississippi State. 12th ranked Oregon at Southern Cal. And 24th ranked San Diego State at Fresno State. All right, here he is. Have to move this thing. He's a big boy. He's a big one. Hello, sir. You staying warm outside? The propane?
Yeah, we're doing our best.
There you go.
It's holding up. It's not too bad.
No, it's a little cool out there.
The wind is not too bad yet, so that helps. When the wind's not blowing too hard, we make it okay.
He said yet, which tells me he is our official meteorologist. If you go to my Facebook page, every time he sends out something, which is very thorough, very good, I'll automatically share it, send it right on down so everybody else can watch it. We got over.
I appreciate that.
We're up to 9150, I think, followers now, so they all get your weather when we send it out. So
certainly appreciate that.
You're welcome. You've earned it. You do a great job.
Thank you.
He works here, but on the side, he's kind of a weather geek, if you will. So Baker says more snow. See, I love that girl, but she just goes nuts.
Lisa Baker.
Is she not
a
awesome?
Woman after my own heart. I'll tell you what.
No, we want 84 degrees. We want the
like we had in early November with those record highs.
Heat index. So
yep.
All right, so here we go. Hello, Natasha, Illinois, by the way. How you doing, Karen Gentry? We are, and I'm very proud to say this, and I'm not bragging because I give the Lord all the credit, but we are right on the edge of having 1 million views for this year.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, yes. So
yep.
For folks like Baker and Amy Whitson, these people watch all the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all right, got that out of the way. I want to give the Lord proper credit. Weather, we've got cold. Is it a record low tomorrow night? What's coming in? Is that right?
Tell you what, we got an Arctic front blowing in by early tomorrow. So you're going to see the chance of a few showers, maybe a few snow showers, in the area tomorrow. Rain or snow showers early Thursday. Nothing like what we just saw as far as accumulation. So no accumulation really expected. Dusting here or there maybe, but that's about it. But we're looking at temperatures falling from the 40s. It'll be the 40s today, 40s early Thursday morning, falling into the 30s by dawn, and 20s by later Thursday morning, 20s all day on Thursday with wind chills in the teens, and then falling into the teens, probably near record lows Thursday night, Friday morning, and not getting above freezing on Friday is what we're thinking right now, moderating by the weekend. And that front's going to bring some gusty winds with it, some 30, 40-mile-per-hour gusts possible down here, and up to 60-mile-per-hour in some higher elevations. Certainly kind of a nuisance given what's been going on the last few months. So
there's people still up there sleeping in tents.
My point exactly.
Trailers.
Yeah.
I mean campers rather.
Yeah.
So you imagine being out here in this, even with the generator, which a lot of these folks have got generators, trying to stay warm in a tent with winds blowing at 30 or 40 miles an hour. So I know some of the churches are going to open up for warming stations, which I think is awesome. So, and somebody asked me the other day, where's the Red Cross? And I said, I don't think we have a Red Cross in Carter County, I don't think. I know there's one, the Salvation Army Red Cross in Johnson City, but I don't think there is one in Elizabeth. Some of the churches are stepping up and opening up their doors for warming stations. I'll try and find out where those are for tomorrow's show. But anyway, I had it happen to me Monday, and I'm preaching it to you. 2 things you need to check. 3 things, really. Number 1, make sure your car battery, because this weather, if it's right on the edge, it'll drain mine on Monday. Number 2 is your antifreeze.
Antifreeze levels.
Make sure your antifreeze, because we're going down to the teens tomorrow night.
Yep.
So make sure if you're running all water in your engine, you're in trouble.
And we were in the teens this morning, so another
we
reason
were.
to check. Yep.
Good point. And then also insulate your pipes. And I went to, let's see, where did I go? I went to Big John's Closeouts and got that little styrofoam thing to put over top of my faucet outside so it doesn't freeze up. So that's something else. So he hand me something for you something.
He's got a little something for you here.
Oh.
Hand that to you now. You can wait.
Oh, you want me to open it? Okay. But very nice. Is it a gift of sorts? So.
Well, Tom, I appreciate you having me on the show. Thank you.
Oh, well, let's go back one more time. I'll look at that in a second. Let's go back one more time.
I didn't want to rush you.
I need to secure my nutcrackers for the wind gust. She's nuts. What does that mean? I need to secure my
what that means.
nutcrackers. I don't even want to know.
Oh, maybe Christmas decorations. Maybe hanging on the front porch or something.
It's Baker. I don't know. God bless her. She is.
I get Baker. We just let her be her.
Wait, you got that right. So does Scotty. Scotty says, just let her be her. I need to see. This is what I get from this lady. I need to secure my nutcrackers for the wind gust.
Yeah.
What in the Sam Hill she talking about? I don't know. She's nuts, but we love her. She's a good lady. All right, so weather forecast. Here we go. One more time. Tonight, what we got tonight?
Yeah, tonight we're going to be in the 40s today, and that'll last into early tonight. But now once you get towards dawn, those temperatures start to tumble. Dawn Thursday morning, that's going to be in the 30s.
Tomorrow morning.
Go from the 40s to the 30s to the 20s by late morning, early afternoon for Thursday. Wind chills in the teens at times tomorrow, and wind gusts as high as 30, 40 in the valleys, higher in the higher elevations, and lows in the teens, near record lows for Friday morning.
There you go.
Yep.
Now, the good news is, on the backside of this, is going to moderate some next week, right?
Yes. We'll have some days of warmer weather once we get Sunday, may get up to 50 degrees, maybe even warmer by early next week. So those typical swings that we tend to get, we'll go back the other way and then get a little break.
I need to secure my nutcrackers for the wind gust. That's a good time for you to leave. Can I go with you? That's like the woman makes no.
Take some orders.
Yeah, that's it. Take some. What's the big seller today?
Big seller today, I think last few days has been soup.
Soup?
Yep.
Yeah. Chicken noodle soup and tortilla soup. He's gone. That's my buddy Jesse Storm Tracker Sacker, our official meteorologist of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. She's crazy. There you go. I have no response to that. I need to secure my nutcrackers for the wind gust. That's a good way to wrap up the show. Again, thanks for Greg Salyer coming. Thanks to Mark Fowler coming, our pastor. Thanks for the Storm Tracker Sacker coming. Thank you for watching on the other end. We'll be right back at it tomorrow. We'll be at Milligan University tomorrow. A lot of coaches and players lined up ready to go in the land of the Buffaloes. We'll talk then. And then Friday, we'll kick off the weekend at Food City here in Elizabeth on the Food City Friday. So that is our schedule the next couple of days. We do have basketball tomorrow night. We've got the Lady Cyclones doubleheader against Sevier County. 5:45 airtime, if I remember correctly. Tip-off at... No, that's not right. So... Yeah, it is 6:30 and 8. It's JV at 6:30 and the ladies at 8. I think it's there 7:30. Anyway, we're going to back-to-back tomorrow night, and then Saturday we got Milligan and Bryan at a doubleheader. Rich Aubrey working the ladies' game, Phil Worrell working the men's game. A double dip on Saturday from Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. The Milligan University Buffaloes and the Bryan College are coming in from Bryan College here in Tennessee. So we'll look forward to doing that on Saturday. All right, out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, the verse of the day out of Ecclesiastes. I love this verse. And it goes like this. As soon as I find it. Let's see. Hit it right here. And here we go. This is good. Ecclesiastes 11:5 says, as you do not know the path of the wind, or how the body is formed in a mother's womb, so you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things. I have no clue why things happen the way they happen, nor do you, and none of us. It says in Isaiah, my ways are not your ways. You're not going to know. I'm not going to let you know. I don't want to know. I just trust him. He's the maker, the work of God, the maker of all things. So we just let him do what he wants to do, and he's going to do what he wants to. I don't let him. He does what he wants to do because he's God. And I think he's done a pretty good job. Look around. We've messed it up, but it was created in a perfect creation in the beginning. We botched it, but he still loves us, and so there you go. Ecclesiastes 11:5, the verse of the day. Till we greet you tomorrow from, as we said, tomorrow will be at Milligan University. We will greet you and tell you, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2000 194 today from Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton. So, and hello to my buddy Big Dan at Big Dan's Barbecue. We just played his commercial a few minutes ago. Love Big Dan's. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That German potato salad is to kill for. And the blueberry pie. I'm going to have him I'm going to pay him to make me a blueberry pie for Christmas. His blueberry pie is unbelievable at Big Dan's Barbecue. Love it, love it, love it. Blueberry, whatever it is, with big old, look like ping pong sized blueberries in that. Oh, it's awesome. His blueberry pie is to kill for. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for watching the show. Back tomorrow from Milligan University. Until then, again, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2194.